You're not sabotaging your life. You're actually just protecting yourself from a life that once hurt you. Until you understand this fact, you're going to keep fighting yourself. You keep thinking there's something wrong with you because you hesitate or you stall or you start something and then you pull back from it. But the truth is actually simpler and harder to face at the same time. There are two versions of you inside you right now, and they want different things. If you feel like you've been stuck in an internal tug of war, or you feel like self sabotage is your biggest enemy right now, this episode is for you. First of all, I want to apologize if you hear construction noise. They're siding the place right next to me, so I can't really do anything about it. But let's clean this up right now, okay? This is not self sabotage, this is self protection. You're not inconsistent, you're not undisciplined, and you're probably not afraid of success. You're loyal to safety. And safety at one point required you to stay small, agreeable, quiet, dependent. So now, every time you choose yourself or you try to, your body reacts like you're stepping into danger. Because that was the truth at one point. And that's the part that nobody really ever explains, that self-sabotage is actually self-protection that just hasn't been updated. Your protector's job isn't to help you win or to make sure that you're thriving. Her only responsibility, the only thing that she cares about, your protector, is that you don't get hurt again. Your protector, that inside the thing that's making you self-sabotage, she was formed when safety depended on somebody else, when peace depended on keeping your marriage intact, or when provision meant you had to be agreeable and it depended on that. When love required you to be easy, grateful, compliant, she learned really fast. Don't want too much. Don't rock the boat. Don't risk everything. And now she's going to panic every time that you're reaching for freedom. And that's why you're second guessing yourself. That's why your body freezes when you start stepping forward into something that looks a little bit different than when you're used to. When you start stepping out on your own, when you step into self-reliance, or whatever new stage that you're in, when you're feeling that self-sabotage step in, that is just your protector self. That's why your body freezes. Even if your mind is ready, even if you're like, no, this is what I want, I have a clear vision, your body's going to freeze. Your protector self is not evil, but she is outdated. Your other self is your true self, and she wants to move forward, but your protector self will hold her back if you can't update the protector. So this is what an internal war looks like. And unfortunately, so many of us are fighting this all the time and we don't even realize it. Here's what that looks like. One part of you is craving autonomy and sovereignty. The other part of you wants to guarantee safety. One part of you wants truth, wants alignment. The other part, she's trying to avoid fallout. So you set the goal and then you disappear. Or you feel clarity of vision and then guilt shows up. What the heck? You want more and then you hear inside yourself, don't be stupid. That is not failure. That is an internal power struggle. You don't need more discipline. You need an update and you need internal leadership. Here's the good news, ladies. You don't have to stay stuck here. It's actually fairly simple, not easy, but simple to figure out what's going on, to name it, and to move forward. I'm going to tell you the steps right now. Here's the shift, okay? This is how you update your protector self, or you let her sit back and relax while your new self, your internal, your aligned self is able to move forward in the way that you want to move. So step one is you name the fear, not the behavior. So the question that you can ask yourself is, what does this part of me, this protector self, and you can name her if you want to, what does this protector self afraid is going to happen if I move forward the way that I am trying to move forward, or if I do this thing, or if I, whatever the thing is that you're trying to do that you're self-sabotaging. Name the fear, not the behavior. So what is my protector afraid is going to happen if I do this? Step two is to separate your past danger from your present truth. So what used to be true may no longer be true anymore. Is this fear current? Is what I'm afraid of, or what my protector self afraid of, something that will actually happen now? Or is it inherited? Is it something that I took on for safety, for security, for protection, whatever that was? Is this current or is it past? That's step two. Step three is you lead but don't silence. You don't need to kill your protector self. You need her. She's there for a reason. She protected you. She kept you alive. She kept you sane. She brought you here. So she's important. So don't try to kill her. Just thank her and ask her to step aside. That seems a little simplistic, but honestly, once you've identified what's happening, it is pretty simple. That doesn't mean you're not going to have to do this over and over again. You might for a while, but name her, recognize what's going on, thank her, and then you take the wheel. Your current self, your aligned self, gets to drive. Your protector self, she can sit in the back. And step 4, this is where you're going to lock in, is to build safety through follow through. So we a lot of times think that we are lacking discipline or that we are all these different things, right? And sometimes that might be true, but for the most part, it's not. It's because your protector self is the one that is out front. So we're going to ask her to sit in back, and then you're going to build safety so that she feels like she can stay back there through follow through. Small promises that you keep for yourself teach safety faster than motivation ever will. I'm going to say this again. Small promises kept to yourself, so not told to anybody, but I mean kept for yourself, teach safety faster than motivation ever will. And it's going to train your protector self that she can be calm. So what is an example of this? If you have one area that is maybe after you've named the fear, think about your life, think about the things that you're trying to do. Maybe one of the goals or things that you keep failing on or keep breaking the promise to yourself on is something fairly simple that doesn't necessarily make your body feel unsafe, right? So let's use an example of maybe going to the gym. Say you have decided you're going to go to the gym 4 days a week and you just keep not. But it's not a safety thing. If you can keep that promise to yourself, go. Even if you just walk in there, you went, right? That's the first step. Or something even simpler, maybe make your bed. Something that you say, I'm going to do this, and you just do it every day. That trains yourself, that trains your brain, that trains your protector that you are dependable, and that's safety. So step 4 is to keep those promises to yourself. Follow through. The moral of the story here, ladies, is that you are not broken. You're not failing. You're not stuck in self-sabotage. You can get out of it. You're just transitioning. It's a new step, and anything new can be hard sometimes, especially when we are working to calm our protector selves, when we're trying to separate the two selves. All transitions can feel like war until leadership replaces survival. So what does that mean? Until you can lead yourself, you can walk forward in alignment and lead yourself rather than live in the survival mode, which none of us are supposed to stay in for long. And if this video named something that you've been fighting in silence, maybe something that you have been working on or pushing against or has kept coming up in your life over and over again, subscribe. I'm going to keep talking about this stuff. This video series might be your roadmap out, but it'll at least give you the starting point. We're here to start untangling lives from the inside out and keep moving forward.